Huge new update on this tragic story. Sit down because this is going to shock you and it's going to take a little bit of time. So if you need to save this video and watch it again to take it all in because it's that deep. So Gloria Zamora was unalive by her husband of 16 years, Tomas Tamayo Lizarraga, tragically yesterday at a Fontana, California sushi bar as she walked out with a man who she claimed was her business partner, Hector Garduno, a 43-year-old father of four, very successful businessman. He was the owner of a construction company, owned many luxury cars, and as recently as April bought a very expensive vehicle. So he wasn't shy at all about displaying his wealth and making videos of himself paying for fancy clothes designer. So the tragedy in all of this is that 3 lives were ended needlessly. Both Gloria, Hector, as well as Tomas Lizarraga. I've received new information from a private source that knows the husband personally, and the story goes deep. Listen, these new allegations by a close source say that Hector wasn't just her business partner. He was in fact her lover. But before all of this, she was married to Tomas for 16 years. They had 3 kids together. Tomas worked his ass off for her and the kids. She had 3 other kids from a previous marriage. Allegedly, she was not happy with the way that she appeared and he paid for all of her enhancement. She claims only a tummy tuck to her fans, but there's actually a list of things, a big one, with the source even going as far to allege that she even had a rib removed, and that's why her waist was so slim. The source alleges that it was in fact not a business meeting but a date, and this had been going on for months prior to this. Gloria Zamora claimed in a podcast that she had filed for divorce a year ago, but documents show that the first time she served him with divorce paperwork was 2 weeks ago, after he had caught her a previous time with Hector Ivan. He had gone to stay at a relative and was no longer living with Zamora. The family was extremely confused because he was there before this happened, and they would never see him doing something like this, as he was a loving father, hardworking man. He knew this relationship was going on, and sources say that this post was after he had caught them together, after he got served with divorce paper, and he felt that this caption was aimed at him. This is how I feel about the current situation, with the I don't care and the finger. As well as from other stories of Hector Ivan, he felt he was being taunted by a wealthy, influential man that was now dating his wife, allegedly. 16 years of marriage is a long time. 3 kids together is something huge. 2 weeks of being served, and it gets deep. He's seeing these posts from a man he feels is taunting him. He had just come back from taking their children to Disneyland. Meanwhile, Gloria and Hector shared story where they were together at a video shoot for her, and that morning she had left the kids to go do a shoot where Hector accompanied, and the kids were messaging him, "Where's mom? She's been gone all day, we're hungry," and he simply lost it that. This is according to the source, but I did some dig. Oh, and one more thing, she claimed that he had been physically abusive to her, but it seems like it's the other way around, as he was charged on January 11th of 2025 with infliction of corporal injury on spouse or cohabitant, which is basically DV. As you can see from the bottom, charge 273.5A. And allegedly the incident occurred because he was feeling something was wrong, something was going on, and he took her phone to check her phone, and she attacked him and then called the cops on him. Cops came, arrested her because he was all bruised up, allegedly. So it was interesting to see that she had been liking her post of himself working for quite some time. Posts with his daughter, posts of him like this, as you can see. Post of him brandishing firearm. He seems to be a Second Amendment advocate, to say the least. She was liking a lot of his posts where he showed houses, cars, himself working. Now, this goes all the way back to February 19th of 2024, with that one being the latest. The source alleges as well that in February she spoke to him about starting a Noel because she could make so much money. This is when she started claiming that he was a hater and holding her back, and this was sometime around February, correlated with this post that Hector Ivan actually liked. So he had been liking her posts for a while as well, even liking ones where she was talking about getting hate on social media, basically showing his support to her, where she spoke of being a mother. So they did have like a thing going on in the like. Usually you like certain posts for certain reasons. All that being said, what should have happened, it doesn't matter, should not have happened. There is no reason for something like this to ever happen. Doesn't matter what. But these are the circumstances, allegedly. I will keep you posted as more information comes out. More information keeps dropping. This is insane. He had caught them together already. Tomas caught Gloria Zamora with her lover, as you can clearly see here, Hector Ivan, sitting outside together in a car. His wife, the fitness influencer, and he wrote, "I found my esposa, la fitness influencer Gloria Zamora, inside a car with her lover." So he must have said like at like 2 or 3 in the morning. They were doing photo shoots together leading up to the incident that happened, where she was wearing scantily clad clothing, sitting on his car and also in his car with the red seating. And it seemed like he was taunting him, saying things like this, F around and find. This allegedly is after he had caught them sitting in the car. Hector Ivan, the presumed lover of his wife, posting, "This is how I feel about the current situation." The extreme laughing face, the I don't give up with the finger. A father of 3 with this woman, had been with her for over 16 years, took her in from her last marriage with whom she had 3 children with, allegedly paid for all her surgery, the money that he would have used to buy a house. Allegedly, she had more than just a tummy tuck, and there was a long list including alleged rib surgery, all paid for by him. She wanted to become a model for that site, said how much money she could make around February. He didn't agree. She started calling him a hater, trying to stop her from growing. She went on a podcast, accused him of being unfaithful, of abusing her physically, but she was the one charged with spousal abuse, DV, and went to jail for this. So the most probable thing here, a crime of passion. This man lost it. 16 years down the drain. Wife started getting Instagram famous. Men like Hector Ivan started liking her picture post. She started liking his back. She liked his lifestyle. In her podcast, she said she wanted the boss life. She wanted more. The big house, the car. She saw Hector, business owner, fancy car, and they started seeing each other. The man taunted the husband. He lost. He allegedly received divorce papers 2 weeks ago, not a year ago. And we are where we are now. This tragedy could have been prevented. I wish this could have gone a whole different way, but this is a clear example of how there's always 2 sides to a story. F around and find out. So there's a much deeper part to this that has to do with what Latinos are going through today. Reportedly, her husband, her murderer, Tomas, did not have any papers. He was here when he shouldn't be in the state. She knew this. She was trying to get ice on him because of the incident where she went to jail in January 11th for the DV charges against him. Although that is public, allegedly what happened is he got wind that she was stepping out and being unfaithful, like something was going on. He felt it. So he took her phone, tried to go through. She instantly attacked her, took her phone back. She notified authorities. They came, and instead of taking him to jail, they took her to jail because he had bruises and lacerations from Gloria. And this is a communication that I received from a source, which I don't want to move my head to reveal everything. But the important part here says Gloria was trying to call ice on him, so he was hiding after her domestic assault. You have to remember that they were still married, and the main one to blame here might just be the Sancho, the business partner. It is alleged that they were going into business to start her a fitness gym, but the husband had already posted that he had caught them together in the early hours of the morning, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, in a car together, where he says, "Encontré a mi esposa, la fitness influencer Gloria Zamora, dentro de un carro con su amante a las..." And he had posted this on his thread. The man was actively taunting him. It is alleged by a close friend of the perpetrator. I mean, this could have all been avoided had all the parties been more considerate of one another. And this goes to everybody in the comments that keeps saying that he was somehow justified. I don't know where you guys get this idea from. What happened here is an abominable crime, and what this man did is unjustifiable. This is one of the sickest things that I have ever seen. Completely horrendous, and there is nothing that can vindicate human for what he did to these 2 souls. We are only shedding light on what happened in a way that is frankly done with any situation. And sometimes the truth as to what happened is not what we want to hear. And here's another truth. This woman made a comment on this post. This was the day of the shooting. This was also the day they did this lingerie shooting in the car. And the woman commented this under Hector's post: "I met you and Gloria Saturday morning, the day you passed, when you came to Victoria's Secret where I work. I helped you guys pretty much from start to finish, and you guys were so nice and down to earth. I can't believe this happened, but so glad I at least got to meet you guys. My condolences to the families and especially the children. So then the conversation ensued with somebody asking, so they were a couple. Julie replies, I don't know, I assumed so when I met them, but after the article came out, I guess not. If you don't know which article, it was the article that they said they were business partners. That's exactly why there's huge confusion. Somebody says, nah, they were together. The article is just giving a different story. Julie replies, that's what I figured. Thank you. So to Julie, it seemed that they were more than just business partners. Remember that these are just allegations from Julie. The information I was given points to him have been seeing that man's wife for quite some time. My information said, allegedly, that he had caught them multiple times together. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can justify what this man did. It's absolutely horrendous. So this is a side of the story that nobody has told, which is Hector's side. He met her at the gym after coming back from a trip from Peru. He had been through a relationship, someone who might have used him for what he could offer. He was a wealthy guy, a guy doing very well for himself and his family. From what I heard, he was a great father to his kids, and I do not think that's an exaggeration. It's highly probable that Gloria did not explain to him that she was still either on and off or still living with her husband Tomas. The situation that led to the domestic violence charge, where she physically hurt her husband, where she was arrested for aggravating him, attacking him, because he had found her speaking to someone else on her phone. That was not Hector. Gloria had told Hector that she and Tomas were separated for 2 years. It was a lie according to sources. This is one of the messages that she had sent him. It says, me and you, I don't know, think about it, LOL. Possibly implying that there could be a couple like this. And Hector, he wanted love and he went with it. She replied, I want to, baby, but you are too good to be true. And reacted to his story where he's driving around in the new G-Wagon he had purchased. She put a heart eye emoji. She possibly lied to him. And when the husband caught them together, Hector was unaware. But Hector is a guy that isn't scared to defend his own, to defend himself. And he posted this because he might have been caught off guard by this whole situation that he was now involved in. And finally, this is a message Tamayo posted after he found them together at night and deleted this shortly after. I would leave it here to keep this short. But just, this is new alleged information from a close source. The Hector Ivan woman that interviewed Gloria Zamora about her divorce reached out to me today for the information that I have put out, given to me by sources very, very close, closer than her to this whole situation. And in doing so, allowed me to tie a lot of the things that the information that I was getting to what she says, and it actually being probably true. The most concerning part to me is that she verified, one, that he did reach out to people, like he said, when he caught Hector Ivan and Gloria out together late at night. He tried to reach out to everybody, speaking about his wife's cheating on him, about him having paid for surgery, and basically getting her to where she was now, supporting her in essence.
He did. He reached out to me trying to expose. He reached out to me and my production team. He reached out to a lot of people, actually. He reached out to all the gyms that Gloria was going to. He reached out to multiple sources. Obviously, that it's everywhere, right? And let me tell you this. He was very calculated and very convincing, because that's what they do. They manipulate. He was trying to be heard. He is on multiple platforms that had anything to do with Gloria, spreading his message of he is the husband of so-and-so, and what you guys have seen, okay? And the reason why I didn't take that in is because I know the truth. It was already spoken to me about it.
Here she verifies that they were in fact caught by Tomas in the early hours of the morning together.
When he took his kids to Disneyland, before he stalked and tracked and harassed Gloria and Hector and confronted them and did the video of, this is Gloria, the influencer, and her amante. Are we not looking at...
Aquí Gloria, la acabo de mirar que está con su amante. Ya la torcí. La influencer, que está con su amante. Yep, ahí está el guy. Wow.
They were living together still. Essentially, he was still taking care of her, still paying the mortgage, still paying the bills. A source told me he was about to buy her a car. That's why she had not filed the divorce papers months ago. She did it now. She had gotten in a car accident and was reportedly driving one of Ivan's cars. She has given me enough reason to believe that both Gloria and Hector knew what they were doing, and what they were doing is stepping out on a husband that has been there for 16 years. She also spoke about the DV charge, that it was in fact real, but that he was the aggressor, even though she went to jail. But Bella Rose reached out to me instead of giving me information that I can use to update the conversation. She just tried to use like emotional manipulation to make me speak falsely about the truths that the sources that I am receiving this information from have given me with actual proof. And I think that's a disservice, because no matter what the husband did was a horrendous, disgusting act and is unjustifiable. This is only shedding light as to what happened here, what really happened. She says she knows what really happened, but I have not heard it. And if I do, I will make sure to update the videos. But a source left me with this that's very clear.
That's funny. Everybody that's defending her and him don't have no facts, don't got no paperwork, don't got no pictures. All they got is what she was telling them. Just like she had all her family fooled and everybody else fooled. Her whole image was a lie. She claimed she only had a tummy tuck. 27,000 worth of surgery.
So I'm getting a ton of information from all sides of what exactly happened here. Let me say again, there is no justification for what this vile man did in his, whatever you want to call it. It's a horrendous act, and it truly breaks my heart for everybody involved on every side. That being said, a close source gave me a picture of what happened. Tomás was with Gloria for 16 years. He worked 16 hours a day, was undocumented. He was paid minimum wage for a long time, busted his ass, and he was able to buy them a home finally, a 2-bedroom apartment for 7 kids, 4 of which were his. He paid for Gloria's surgery, basically busted his ass while she made her dream of being an influencer. The source is not trying to say that what he did was despicable or in the most egregious way, the most cowardly thing that you could do. They are simply trying to say that he is not the man they portrayed him to be, that he had a lapse of judgment because of the situation that transpired. In no way, shape, or form do they justify this man's action, and they are mad at this human for what he did. They are angry because they know him, and he was a hardworking man, a provider, and when he started noticing that his wife was stepping out, reportedly he would drive home one time and she was driving in front of him and she turned a different direction instead of going home. He followed her. They got into an argument after she pulled over and said, "Why are you fucking following me?" And he said, "Well, our home is that way and it's late. Where are you going?" He caught them late at night in the video that has previously been shown, and he was asking, why is this guy, first of all, why are they together in a car? My wife that's living together with me still, we're not divorced, we're not going through a divorce with me still. And he's in sandals, he's laughing at me. Then he's making posts taunting. He's paying all the bills still. He's paying the mortgage. He's about to buy her a car. But then she hits him with the divorce papers. She went on podcast and made him look like he was a very bad person, physically, mentally, emotionally abusive. This must have infuriated the guy. 16 years and she's moving on. She's blowing up. He was jealous. Jealous or angry, however you want to see it, or has nothing to do with what he did, which is not justifiable at all. This is just painting a picture of what might have led him to do this, what might have set him off to be crazed and deranged. His woman leaving with another guy that's much more wealthier, flaunting his wealth, his money. He had just mustered up the courage to leave his old job of 16 years and start his own business. Reports that she had crashed her vehicle and was now driving one of his cars. This is what he was seeing in his head. He was blocked off social media by her about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It set him off. He wasn't strong enough. The reality is that they were still living together. She had filed for divorce 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks prior. She went on a podcast with this woman, Bella Rose, and close sources feel that this is what set him off. The inaccurate portrayal of him and their relationship on this podcast, because he had been a family man for 16 years. He had helped her through everything, and seeing his marriage fall apart, he reached out to her with proof. She ignored him, as she says.
He did. He reached out to me trying to expose. He reached out to me and my production team. He reached out to a lot of people, actually. He reached out to all the gyms that Gloria was going to. He was trying to be heard. He is on multiple platforms that had anything to do with Gloria, spreading his message of he is the husband of so-and-so, and what you guys have seen, okay? And the reason why I didn't take that in is because I know the truth. It was already spoken to me about.
So possibly this could have somehow been prevented. She has yet to share the truth that she knows. She did block me after a conversation we had, but she now unblocked me and is possibly looking at my posts. But I'm sure she will block me again. She also said this.
Y'all are literally upset that a woman wanted a healthier, more peaceful, supportive